I'm Benand Mountain by name from Soguro community.
What is your personal hero? Who is your personal hero?
My personal hero, Ayodeji, Ayodele Awojobi, who is my personal hero.
Why do you make him as your personal hero?
He is a professor, so and he's an activist. He's the kind of person who worked for himself when there's no one, who struggled for life. So, and he was the first Nigerian to study mechanical engineering in the University of London. So, I would like to be one of them.
What's your dream job?
My dream job is to be a professor as well.
Professor?
Yeah.
So,
I love, in the process of lecturing or teaching, I find joy in it. I love it.
does make you to be a professor?
Hmm?
How's well to inspire you to be a professor?
Yes, I like to be a professor. Professor is not just in only teaching or any other aspect. In many things, you can be a professor when you study many courses. In different courses, you can be a professor in all courses. It's not only teaching. A doctor also can be a professor. Those who treat will be a professor. Because I love writing. I would like writing books, writing of books, being an author. Understand about the course, my course of choice.
Course of choice?
Yes.
That's
my course of studies.
What do you want to be remembered for?
Actually, everybody wants to be remembered for good. Either in this life, either you do evil, people will remember you for the evil. You do good, they remember you for good. So I will be remembered for good. Why? The main thing I would like to be remembered for is people talking about me that, oh, when Emmanuel was there, he imparted something in my life. It changed my life.
Someone advise you, as in give you an advice that you make use of it, that you are you getting me?
I can understand what you're saying.
Like someone advise you and you work on it and make
like someone has advised me that I work on the advice and I succeed in the advice. Yes, in some things has happened. Let me say, actually, in my academic lines when I was time in schools, when we were in secondary schools, some things happen then. When like as a science student, you find so many. You have some difficulties in science classes. When I started science class, I will have issues in physics. But someone advised me. The advice the person give me is how you study physics, how you do with it. So when I follow the person's advice, so I can see I have a very good result from it. So I think that the person's advice can work.
So how do you feel?
Okay.
When your plans, your goals are not working?
I'll feel sad when my plans are not working. I have to go back and sit and think, why my plans not working? But the first thing I'll do is I'll ask God, but this is my plan. Why is it not working? Because as a Christian, all my hope is on God. I have to put all my hope on God, and I believe on Him. Believe in Him that there's nothing He cannot do. As far as what I have in mind to do, when I tell Him, He will do it for me. Before telling Him, He knows. Before telling God, He knows what is in my mind.
Oh, that's good. What was the most strange things you've experienced in your life?
Oh wow, the most strange thing I've experienced, it was like, it's not really an accident, but likely to be an accident because it might lead to death of the person. When I experienced, and I was afraid, and I feel for that person.
You feel for the person?
Which is, there was a time I was coming from Lekki, let me say, getting to 1004. So that side, there was a girl on bike. So she's an asthmatic patient. So and she was having the asthma. The problem started when they started stopping her. But the next thing is, the bike rider has to stop, say that she wants to drop her aside, so that maybe the girl might not fall from the bike and died now. so that he will not be jailed that he was the one that killed the girl. This and this. The man, the rider now has to drive and drop her beside the road, whereby no one to help her, and no hospital nearby that she can be taken to.
That's the strangest thing you've experienced.
It was very strange to me.
What is the difficulty you face, as in the challenges you face in your life?
And there are several challenges I faced in my life. Like when I lost my dad, things changed. That was the first time when I lost my dad. Everything changed. It's very find it very difficult to eat. So we find it very difficult because no one to help. And the other thing that happens is that the family member said they don't want us to be living with our mom again, so that they'll take care of us. But later on, they were not able to take care of any one of us. It took me long year before I set my eyes on my mom. It took me like 4, 5, 6, 7 years before I set my eyes on my mom.
You said when your dad died, that was when?
That was 99.
And how do you survive till today?
And it's just like people I'm living with, I live with them. Whatever they have to give me, I get. And the other thing, I hustle. I hustle for my soul, struggle for life. Because I later noticed that to make it in life, it is not just by folding your hands, but to do what? To try to do something. During that process, I was even taught how to fish.
You taught to fish.
Yes.
So, are you fisherman?
I'm not a fisherman, but I can fish. I'm from fisherman's family.
That's good. That's very good. Well, do you have a legend story? A heart-touching story?
Well, I will say I have some heart-touching stories of many people, of some strange people. The one I would say is like a brother to me right now. He's a legend at Benin Republic in his field.
How do you have?
As we were together,
Can you tell us a story, a legend story that you have heard, or somebody told you, or you know,
That's very
that you cannot forget?
there are many.
Tell us one.
Okay, like this one we can talk about now. Let's say Awolowo, who is a legend in Nigeria here today. He was among those that fought for the independence of Nigeria. The way they struggled to fight for the country. So same also me too. I have that same zeal. What it can take me if I have the opportunity to fight for my people. So because the step it takes in fighting for the independence of Nigeria is a very great step, because without their steps, then Nigeria would not be able to get independent that 1960, October 1st 1960. Because if they just went back to relax and nothing will happen, okay, fine. Since others are not doing anything, let us relax and nothing will come out. So that same feelings, I have the feeling too, also for my people, because what's going on in this Lagos with my people in Lagos is not only Lagos, in Nigeria, it's getting out of hand.
like that.
Like demolishing them here and then, calling them foreigners whereby they are Nigerian.
So far, so long. The story you told us, what was the great things? The great things as in have changed. Like what you learned from the story.
I learned from his story, from his life, from his story that I've read so far. I read his story, but I didn't cram it. I read about him to understand about the kind of person he is. That from the story that I read, I find out that his passion and love for the country makes him to fight for his country and win. So I learned that if you can fight for your country, by fighting for your people, you can help them to. The love of your people can help you to fight for them.
Like back, back to your point. Back to your point, you were saying something.
If if you are in a bad mood, do you prefer to be left alone, or someone cheer you up? Like when you are
I
angry.
understand. So when I'm in a bad mood, I'll prefer to be surrounded with friends than rather than being alone. Because while being alone, I can, some people are so heartless, maybe, so they don't have the heart to the extent that when they are in bad mood, they can it can lead them for committing in the order of committing suicide. So when I'm in bad mood, I like to be surrounded with friends so that I'll quickly get rid of the mood.
Okay. What is your best defining moment in life?
So like okay, my best defining moment. Let me say like the the moment that I find like memorable moment. I think that's what you mean.
Yeah, like the moment that you find the moment that you find so defining that you think you've used your time very well, that you think you have done something great.
Oh yes. The first defining moment is when I gain admission into University of Lagos. So like I can say that all my effort was not in vain.
Do you think crying is a sign of weakness or strength?
Crying. If I could say crying is a sign of weakness, not strength.
So,
When you're crying, you're not strengthening yourself. Because whatever happens to you, in fact I can say it is in two ways. Sometimes some people cry tears and give tears of joy when they are happy. They will like they'll cry some people when they are happy, like over happy, they'll be crying and be sharing tears. Whereby there are some people whenever they cry, they have no strength again. They cry cannot help them to do anything. But in most cases, it's not all that cry when they are joyful or when they are joy. But in most cases, cry is a sign of weakness.
What what are you most afraid of?
What am I most afraid? I'm afraid of death.
Why are you afraid of it?
Because when once you died, you no more. There is no more.
So when you die, you exist no more.
Yes.
Why do you think people die?
Why do I think people die? Death is inevitable. Surely people will die. So, and some people died because of things that they've caused by their hands. You know, because as a Christian, what me I learn from the Bible, God does not ordain the soul to die without fulfilling its age, without spending his years on earth. People die because of the kind of association. Some people die because of the misuse of drugs and other sicknesses.
Okay.
if you had an extra hour every day, what will you do with it?
Like okay, like now we have 24 hours a day, an extra hour adding it to it, making it 25 hours.
26, 25.
To making it 25 hours. Okay, now let me see if I have an extra hour. And I know that today now I have an extra hour. This is what I do. Because me, I'm kind of person I work with time. I time myself, I schedule myself. So I will have to that 1 hour I won't make it useless. I have to make it useful by planning something so special, something crucial to do with that 1 hour.
Okay. Can you tell us your lowest points in life? Like maybe the advice you've taken from somebody that you is not good. The bad advice that somebody give you that is not good that you do and you regret. Can you tell us?
That I do and I regret. That the person gave me and I do or I didn't do.
That you do and you regret.
I can't really say that I have such because once someone advised me to do something and I think that this thing cannot favor me, I won't keep it to myself. I'll try to look at to find an elderly person that is very close related to me. I'll brought the issue to the person and say, oh, I was asked to do this and this. What do you think I can do about this? As you hear from that person, the person too will share his or her own opinion with me before I can take any other step. That's what I always.
And what is the best advice that somebody has given to you that you do and you are happy that you do that thing?
So the best advice I have was when I was in GSS. So one of my teacher told me that once I enter secondary school, senior secondary, I should try it and write GC. Then let me tell you what that is one of the first advice from people that I work with, and I see that it works for me. So truly, when I enter, as what he told me, without my parents' consent, I've started saving according to what he said. Before I know, I get the amount like I used to write the exam, and I wrote the exam, and everything was good. And I have a good result. I can see that this kind of idea it helps me. In fact, even when I wrote my WAEC was better, far better than my GC result, but I have an issue with one of my course.
Thank you very much. Can you give us your permission to use what we have brought here?
Yes, you guys, I permit you guys to use it as your project. So use it. What are you using it for?
Project.
Hope you
Project.
not use it against something wrong against me. Or,
No.
okay, so you, I permit you guys to use it for your project. So and other things that you might be willing to use it for.
Can you tell us what you like doing most?
What I like doing
Yeah, say
most.
that.
What I like doing most. I love reading and reading and teaching.
I'm teaching.
Mm.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Okay, thank you too for coming to our community.